to episode 3 of the JF Punk Wrestling Show. I'm your host, DJ Punk, and this is the show where I talk about everything and anything about pro wrestling. I'll probably screw that up. I don't care. It's my show, I can screw it up if I want to. So today I want to talk about the main eventer of this year's WrestleMania, who is Roman Reigns. Now, for those of you who are wrestling fans, Roman Reigns has been involved in, for this year anyway, a lot of controversial outcomes, let's say, and controversial fan reactions, and a controversial push. Because basically, when Roman Reigns was in the Shield, everyone knew that this guy was going to be the next big guy. We all knew that this is the guy who Vince McMahon wanted. He kind of fit what Vince McMahon has in mind for a top, a top wrestler, And in all honesty, I am a fan of Roman Reigns. I am. And during his push, even after the Shield broke up, there were a lot of people on his side. And I think that's one thing people are kind of forgetting about, is there were people on Roman Reigns' side after the Shield broke up. People were cheering for him. He was really, really over with the fans. And then, of course, unfortunately, his injury happened, and he was gone for about, I want to say 4 months around there. He was gone for about 4 months, and then when he came back, Daniel Bryan came back, and I believe the return of Daniel Bryan really, sabotaged, completely sabotaged Roman Reigns' push. And, of course, the whole Rumble, where the whole controversy of Daniel Bryan being eliminated from the Rumble very quick, and people just turning like that, people just turning, just fucking on the match. You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes any sense now, but just completely, just doing their best to bury the match and bury Roman Reigns. And ever since then, people have really turned against him and saying that he's not ready, we don't want him, we hate him, boo. While a few months ago, people were really behind him. So I'm going to give you guys my own opinion on the guy. And, for me, I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. I love Daniel Bryan. And a lot of people were upset that Daniel Bryan is not in the main event. I'm not. I'm not upset at all, because it was just, if Daniel Bryan was going to be in the main event, it would be just a repeat. A repeat of last year, which, and don't get me wrong, I loved the whole storyline with Bryan last year. That was awesome. But for this year, he didn't need to be in the main event, and there was already a plan in motion with Roman Reigns going up against Brock Lesnar. So one thing a lot of people are saying is Roman Reigns is not ready. And like I said, I am a fan of him. But I will say, I agree, he is not ready. I really do believe that Roman Reigns should not win at this WrestleMania. He shouldn't win at all. And I'm not saying this because I hate him. Like I said, I do like him, but I believe if Roman Reigns loses to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, it will help Roman Reigns in the end, I feel. It will, like, if he loses to Brock Lesnar, it's going to make him learn more, and he's just going to grow into the star that a lot of people believe he is, going to be. So I believe that just he shouldn't win because he is not ready. He's not ready to carry the company. He's not ready to be that guy yet. And I do believe in the future that he will be that guy, but not now. Definitely not now. One of the reasons why I believe he's not ready right now is his mic skills. Roman Reigns' mic skills need a lot of work. I'm not saying he's terrible, because he's not. I don't see him doing any 20-minute long promos anytime soon, because he really shouldn't. But I believe there's some parts that he's good at when he's talking. When he does these little when he says stuff that are short and sweet and to the point, he's good at it. But after the Rumble, they've been giving him these horrible lines that, in his defense, that nobody can say, that not even The Rock could say. They have him say, "Suffer and succotash, son." Like that. It's these really stupid lines that it's not helping him, and you can see it in his face that he's not comfortable saying these lines. You can see it. He's like, "It's not just stupid. Why am I saying this?" And so it's just, his mic skills need a lot of work. He needs a lot of training in that, but like I said, don't make him do long promos. We have seen for the past few weeks that he's been doing longer promos, and they're not good. They're not. He screws up on certain words. I do too, but I have a speech impediment, so fuck you. He screws up on words. He stumbles. He doesn't. When he's doing his longer promos, he doesn't really. I don't want to say he doesn't know how to connect to the crowd, but his promos, when he does these long promos, they are not connecting. His long promos and the crowd are not connecting. They're not hanging on his words, and it just goes on to where how do I say this? Basically, reason why his promos, mostly his longer promos, are not connecting with the fans is because it's not from the heart. You can tell he's reading off a script. And when you have a wrestler do these long 20-minute promos, it has to come from the heart. That's the only way you can keep it. In my opinion, anyway, it's the only way to keep the audience's interest and have them hang on your every word if your words come from the heart. So that's why I believe he's a lot more better when he's doing these short and sweet ones. I think there was one where Big Show was coming to the ring and Roman Reigns said, "Big Show, if you step on the apron, I'm going to knock you in the mouth. I'm going to punch you in the mouth." That was all he said. Big Show, he gets on the apron and bam. Roman Reigns, he punches him in the mouth. Something like that. That I liked because he was just saying what he was going to do and he did it. Another one where I do believe was his most impressive promo, anyway, I feel, is when he reacted to the crowd where I believe this was before he had his injury. I think it was during SummerSlam, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was during the week of SummerSlam, and Roman Reigns mentioned John Cena. And of course, right when he mentions John Cena, the crowd goes, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," like that. And the "Let's go Cena" chants gets overpowered by the "Cena sucks" chants. And Roman Reigns, he basically lost control of the crowd. He brought the crowd back around when he says, "You're right. When Roman Reigns is in the house, he damn right Cena sucks." Like that. Like, that was cool. And if they just allow him to stick to that, then he would have a lot more better, just a lot more, he'll have just a lot more better promos, and he'd be better at talking if they just allowed him to do stuff like that again. Now, his wrestling ability, despite what other people think, I do believe he's a very talented wrestler. He's not he's not as good as Daniel Bryan or Kurt Angle or anything like that, or even The Rock. But I do believe Roman Reigns, in wrestling anyway, is more talented than Cena. He's more talented than he's more talented than most of the big guys that they have right now, like most of the big giants kind of thing. And just for a guy his size, he has incredible speed. This guy's speed is freaking phenomenal for a guy his size. His speed and his agility, he really, his Superman punch, he does it so well. And then, I always love the small little drop kick he does on the outside of the ring. And it was, I believe, a week ago. I believe a week ago he did a suicide dive over the top ropes, which was a very reminiscent of The Undertaker. Doing that out of these past WrestleManias, of him doing that. And so, for a guy his size, Roman Reigns has amazing agility, and that's why I kind of laugh at the fact where fans say, he can't wrestle. He is very talented in the ring. I'm saying that right now. He's no expert. Of course he's no expert. That's why, like I said, he's not ready. But he does have a lot of talent. And of course, I have to say that a big thing why a lot of people turn their back on Roman Reigns is because of Daniel Bryan returning. And because, like I said earlier on in the video, Daniel Bryan returning really sabotaged Roman Reigns' push and his popularity. And for me anyway, I would have held off Daniel Bryan's push until after the Rumble, because people seem to forget. But like I said before the Rumble, before Daniel Bryan return, Roman Reigns was over with the crowd. They were behind him, and even last year's WrestleMania, they wanted him to win. When it was just him and Batista, they wanted Roman Reigns to win. So I do believe most of the fans turning their backs on him is because Daniel Bryan returned, and they were like, "Oh, we love him! Wow!" And I love him too. So I was excited as much as the next guy when Daniel Bryan returned, but he returned at the wrong moment. It hurt Roman Reigns so much, and it really doesn't help with the way how they've been booking him and pushing him. One thing I noticed with Roman Reigns going into his match against Brock Lesnar, one thing I noticed was, they're having these promos with Mark Henry. They're having these promos, Mark Henry saying you can't beat him, and then, Roman Reigns spears him and all that stuff, and then he's like, "Oh, you can beat him now." Roman Reigns is not. He doesn't look like a guy. This is weird to say, but he doesn't look like a guy who has a chance against Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar has pretty much been pushed as a fucking Terminator. You know, you could run this guy over with a freaking semi truck, and he'll fall into a vat of rattlesnakes, lava poured on him, fucking a lightning bolt from Mount Olympus strikes Brock Lesnar, and he just gets up, and he's like, brrr, like that. That's Brock Lesnar. So, with Roman Reigns, the way that they've been pushing him after the Rumble, it's almost to a point where the fans don't care. Like, they're almost expecting him to lose. And they're not buying into the fact that Roman Reigns has a chance. But even I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, and I like Roman Reigns, and I just like they've been booking him so horribly after Daniel Bryan returned that it's just like I don't even know how to describe it, but like he's been losing on Raw. Basically what they should have done with Roman is they should have made Roman just this unstoppable monster, kind of like what they did with Brock Lesnar. So they should just make it where Roman Reigns, they should make it believable this guy has a chance, but they're not. So it's I don't even know what else to say. It's just, I am a fan of Roman Reigns, but he is not ready. And the way they've been booking him, it's just not connecting. It's not going good. So, like I said, I like Roman Reigns. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. But he should lose at WrestleMania. Flat out. He should lose to Brock Lesnar because it's only going to help him in the end. And, that's just my opinion. So, basically, in a nutshell, I know this video has been kind of all over the place, but basically, in my opinion of him, I do like Roman Reigns. He does need help with his talking. His wrestling ability is good. I like his wrestling ability. I think it's very good. He has great agility for a man his size. But the way they've been booking him and the way how everything is going into WrestleMania, it's hurting him. And the fans they're making it really hard for the fans to really get behind him. It's my opinion. So, like I said, I like him. I think he's very talented. He does need work, but he's not ready, and he should lose at this WrestleMania. So, I hope you guys got something from this video. I kind of, I just got this in my mind, so I hope you guys understand my points. I'm very tired. Hope you guys understand my points, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be back with some more wrestling and with my own opinions of wrestling and anything I want to talk about wrestling. So I'll be back. These are my thoughts on Roman Reigns, if he's ready, if he's not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.